Let's see how we can use computer vision to streamline operations in restaurants. So we're going to take a look at a ton of different use cases. Just jump straight into it. We have a blog post covering everything in detail. We're going to talk about a few use cases that can be used. It's some very cool projects, can both provide a ton of value, but also a very nice learning experience if you're getting into computer vision. So we have blog posts covering a lot of different things in computer vision, pretty much anything, but also on the YouTube channel, covering everything about Ultralytics and computer vision in general. So if you just go down here, the restaurant business and all that, it could even just be retail, could be any industry. Computer vision can be used for so many things: anomaly detection, tracking systems, counting systems, and so on. Retail, industry, production lines, manufacturing, everywhere. If you go down here, we can see Ultralytics Joule 11 models detecting different food items. Could be, for example, you have a fridge, you want to detect what items do I have. You can connect that with a large language model, basically just to create a shopping list. Could also be that you ask it, you detect what's in your fridge, you make a list of it, and then you can come up with recipes based on that. So in the service industry, computer vision can be used for so many things, because we can do segmentation, we can do post estimation, just traditional object detection as well. Here, for example, we can see that we're detecting and segmenting pizza toppings with the Ultralytics models. You can detect pretty much anything as long as you have data that you can feed into it. So let's take a look at some of the other applications for computer vision in restaurants, cafe, and so on. How you can optimize it, how you can streamline, optimize your operations, how you can detect different things as well for monitoring. So let's go down and take a look at this very good use case and example. So this could be table tracking, so real-time table tracking, improve the seating and also just the guest experience, but could also be basically just to log and do analysis over your restaurant, cafe, how efficient this is, how long are people staying around for, how long are they sitting at a table, how are people moving around and so on, what is the wait time. It can be used for so many things in real world applications. We just need cameras, and then we need to detect what's inside that camera. So it could be tracking guest movements, staff activity, table status in real time, how long does it take people to get their food and so on. Anything that can be tracked and detected can basically be analyzed on top of it, and then everything can be combined. So for example, here we have different zones divided into the different tables. Then we can have each table defined as a table number, so we can do analytics on top of that. Then we need to run a YOLO 11 model for object detection, could also be segmentation. And then we need to run tracking on top of it as well. If you're familiar with Ultralytics, it's just a few lines of code. Definitely check out the other videos that we have, both for fine-tuning a model on a custom data set, how to run them, how to optimize them, and everything. And this video here, we're just going over the use cases. We also have a ton of other videos going through the whole computer vision pipeline end to end. So then we track it around. Once we do tracking, we actually detect objects across multiple frames, so across time. So we get a lot of information from that. We can do queue time, how long are people staying around in their interest, are people leaving the tables and all that, but also staff activity. Could also be hygiene monitoring with AI in restaurants. So it could be detecting head cover, if people and the staff, like the chefs and so on, is wearing it or not. Could be uniforms, could be whatever that you want to detect. So basically just trigger alerts if something is happening. Could be your CCTV infrastructure, could be in retail stores, like PPE detection as well, hard hat safety vest at construction sites. Retail stores, if you want to detect how people are moving around, do heat maps of how they're moving around, if there's violation, shoplifting, whatever that you can see in the cameras, you can pretty much train models to detect it. So loyalty programs using AI, a smarter way to engage customers. You've probably seen this before as well, even in retail stores and all that, when you scan items on, often using computer vision. So if you scroll a bit further down, we can also see, for example, robots driving around doing the job of a waitress, cleaning up and so on, like cleaning robots and so on. It gives a nice experience. It's a very futuristic experience, but they're using computer vision to basically like navigate around, both navigate around in the restaurant and cafe, but also to detect different objects and pretty much what services it's doing. So this is an example of a Chick-fil-A service robot driving around here with the trays with the food on top. This is very nice, cool, futuristic. user experience, and a lot of people would definitely take photos of that, and we just need to run some object detection and some robot navigation around. So robots, computer vision, AI and all that, they pretty much go hand in hand. So there's a bit of pros and cons of AI-powered restaurant analytics. So easier compliance checks, could be anything, safety, hygiene, tracking different things, doing analytics on top of your employees and all that, smart menu decisions, brand consistency across locations, but could also be some concerns with privacy concerns, bias in AI models, how do we get them to generalize across different restaurants, different use cases and so on, different environments, and then also integration challenges, how do we actually get them out there in the real world, how do we integrate it into existing systems and so on. So we just need to take care of that as well, or at least be aware of that. That can be one of the challenges. So this can be used in retail, restaurants and so on. We saw some pretty cool use cases here. Even just time tracking analysis of a store from like a CCTV camera is a very cool use case, but also just learning experience. Definitely go and check out what we can do with Ultralytics. It's just a few lines of code. It's way more about building computer vision systems around it and act like use the models out there, train some custom models, and then run inference. Hope you learned on this video here, gotten some insights into how computer vision and Ultralytics can be used in the food service industry. Hope to see you guys in one of the upcoming videos. Until then, happy learning.